What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream from Scalar Learning. And today we are continuing with the SAT review cram session leading up to this Saturday, December 1st for the SAT. Whoops. There's a sound check, unintentional sound check. Sorry, that was my phone with my YouTube stream coming out. All right, so here we go. Final week to prepare. We're on day 2 of this day 5 cram session. Yesterday I went over tips for English. Hopefully you found that helpful. I got a lot of good feedback, people letting me know that they did find it helpful. But feel free to check out the video from yesterday and chime in as well. And if you want to see more of the English feedback and English tips and strategies and approaches, I'm happy to do more of those videos as well. But now we're on to what I usually focus on, which is the math section of the SAT. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through the official SAT from May 2018. A lot of people have asked me to review that test, and thanks to one of my viewers, I was able to check it out and go through it, well, we're going to go through it today. Actually, I haven't looked at the questions yet. As per usual with these live streams, I always like to do the questions in real time for the first time, so you can actually see the problem-solving process in real time, for real. And we're going to do just that. And I'm going to go through today, I'm going to go through the no calculator section, just the no calculator section. Then we'll check the answers and make sure everything looks good. And we'll take questions. Then we'll continue on with the no calculator section tomorrow. And then for Thursday and Friday, I'll look at an additional test, no calculator and calculator section. Plus Friday is going to be a big presentation, not a huge one, but a short, relatively concise one, giving you my 5 most important tips to keep in mind when you're taking the math section of the SAT to help you knock it out of the park on Saturday. And that's what I want for all of you. Check out my videos. I have a ton of them on YouTube. Spend as much time as you can studying this week. If you haven't checked out my video course yet, I have an entire video course on Udemy, which is a bestseller on Udemy. There's a link in the description if you want to click on that and check it out. For all my YouTube fans, you get a discount. So make sure to see if that's what you want, or you can watch this cram session this week and shoot for the stars. Today, also last but not least, if you find this video helpful, guys, please click that like button. It really helps me out tremendously. It also gives me an idea of what content is valued by you guys watching and listening. And if you haven't done so yet and you want to see more up-to-date info, math stuff from Scalar Learning, make sure to click the subscribe button. Here we go. We're going to jump into the test. So I'm going to leave this up here just as a kind of so people can check it out when they come on, if they come on midway, what we're working on. And I've also got an online stopwatch here because I want to take it under time settings. I've got the pages loaded up. This is a little different format than what I usually do, but I got the pages loaded up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them. We're going to see how this works. I'm going to bring each page up like this. I think the first one is this guy. Okay, so I'm going to load it up here. Let's see if this is it. No, wait, that's not 1 and 2. Hold on. Let's see here. Only 5 pages. Wait 1 second. There we go. Nope. No. 1, 2. There we go. Here's the first page. So we're going to load it up here. I'm not looking at it. And again, this is the no calculator section. Just want to make sure this is legible. Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, so we're going to go through this in a time setting, in a time fashion. And again, you'll kind of work through this with me or do your best to do so in the time settings, and then we'll go over everything. You guys have questions, let me know in the chat box, and then we'll go through everything more meticulously. Here we go. I'm going to start my timer. And I think what I'll be able to do is I'm just going to kind of move it around, which, yeah, that should work just fine. So all the pages will kind of be up here at the end, and we can go through everything. All right, ready, set, and begin. Whoops, begin. Okay. Lardarius spent a total of, actually, wait, let me zoom out. Lardarius spent a total of $200 to lease the snowboard equipment and winter mountain vacation during his vacation. Each day, he purchased a lift ticket for $44. So he spent $200 flat plus 44 times each lift ticket, which is T. Which money does he spend during his vacation? Boom, right here. 200 plus 44t. Okay. Next, which of the following expressions is equivalent to this? All right, so what we're going to do is simplify. So here, these guys can't be simplified. I can distribute the 2. So first thing, we want to attack parentheses like this. Gosh, this is kind of small. But I'm going to distribute that 2. And then we've got 3q squared plus r cubed plus 5r minus 8q plus 2q squared plus 2r. You see how I distributed that 2 here and here? And then we're going to combine like terms, which is 3q squared and 2q squared. I'm going to put the, let's see, r cubed at the front plus 5q squared, right? These guys combine here. Then we've got 5r and 2r makes 7r plus 7r minus 8q, something like this. R cubed plus 5q squared plus 7r minus 8q, it's this guy D. They just switch the order of these two terms, which is totally fine. It can go in either order, it doesn't matter. I'm just making sure. 6, yeah, it's 7. Okay, cool. Which of the following questions, which of the following equations represents the line in the xy plane that passed through that and has a slope of -3? Simple. This is my y-intercept because anytime the x is 0, that means that's my y-intercept. So it's simply y equals, let's do y equals mx plus b, right? Y equals, the slope is -3 times x plus 3. That's y equals mx plus b. And it is this one. In the equation above, a, b, and c are constants as the equation has infinitely many solutions. Which of the following must be equal to c? This means that the left and right side must be equivalent. So to figure this out, again, we see parentheses just automatically distribute. Don't even think, and just do it. That becomes 2x plus 2b equals ax plus c. You see how we kind of have it written like this? And now we can quickly see that for these two sides to be, it has to be the same on both sides to have infinite solutions, which means a must equal 2, okay, and c must equal, c is a constant that must equal that entire term, therefore c equals 2b. Boom, that's it. Next, let's move on to the next page. We will do this like this. I think it's this one. Question 5. Yeah. Hopefully we can expand this. Yes. All right. This is working. Which of the following is equivalent to this? All right. Look, straight away, I've told you guys this over and over. If you see something like this, just FOIL it. Multiply it. That's it. 2x plus 4 times 2x plus 4. Okay, if we FOIL, I get this. 4x squared plus 8x plus 8x plus 16. So this is 4x squared plus 8x. Oh, sorry. Combine these two. 8x, 8x, 16x plus 16 minus 4x squared. These guys cancel out, right? And then it's just 16x plus 16. And then I have to factor again. These are all factored. I factor 16 out, and I'd get x plus 1, which is this guy. Next, line L is shown on the xy plane. Which of the following is an equation of line L? So check it out. It's y equals mx plus b. My y-intercept is 3. My slope is down 1 over 2, so -1/2. Okay. And now, but they have it in standard form. So let's move the x over. I'm going to add 1/2 x to both sides. 1/2 x plus y equals 3. Multiply everything by 2. X plus 2y equals 6. That's it. A. Done. All right. Next. Okay, for the function f, the table shows some values of x and their corresponding values of f of x in terms of the constants a, b, and c. If a is less than b is less than c, wait, hold on. Yep, okay, that's the smallest next. Which of the following could not be the graph of this in the xy plane? So this would be my a value. It's all the y values, right? That's my a value. That would be my b value. That would be my c value. A is the smallest here, then B, then C. A can be an example, so that's fine. B. But let's just go through the rest anyways, because this would be, it's getting smaller. A, B, and C. So C is the smallest here, and that wouldn't work. This one's fine. Basically, it's just a positive slope from 1 through 3. That's allowed, or that could work, so we exit out. The same. If 3x minus 6y equals 9z, which of the following is equivalent to this guy? Let's see. Wait, how do I do this? I'm going to follow my own advice, and I'm going to factor this. And I don't know why, but I feel like that's going to work. This is a little bit tough, but I think this will help. Okay, so if I factor that bottom equation, it's going to be x 2y. It's a perfect square, right? Because this becomes x squared minus 2xy minus 2xy minus 4xy plus 4y squared. So this is, hold on. X minus 2y squared. Got it. Okay. I think I get this. Then we're going to factor this 3 out. No, we're going to divide everything by 3 here. Okay, which means that x minus 2y equals 3z. You see that? I literally did not know that this was going to happen, but you kind of just use your factoring and all that, and it'll work out. So if x minus 2y equals 3z, I'm going to take this and plug it in here. And this expression is the same as 3z squared, which becomes 9z squared, which is c. Okay, oh no. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Which of the following is a solution to the, let's check our time here. So 8 minutes. So we have 25 minutes, so still 15 minutes left. Beautiful. Which of the following is a solution to the equation, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's it. I can already tell from these answers, we're not going to be able to factor this. So it's straight away use the quadratic formula, I think. Now, you know what? Let's complete the square. I normally don't like completing the square, but let's do it. I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. X squared minus 4x equals negative 2. Then I'm going to add half of this squared, which is 4. Half of negative 4 squared is negative 2 squared is 4 squared. This is how you complete the square. But we got to add 4 to both sides. So now I get x squared. Okay, actually, let's do this. This is a perfect square. And that's what we want. It just becomes x minus 2 squared equals negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. Okay. Right. X minus 2. Yep. Then we square root both sides. And we get x minus 2 equals plus or minus square root 2. And then we add 2, add 2. And our solutions are 2 plus or minus square root of 2. What? Which of the following is a solution? Oh, 2 plus square root of 2. So it's C. Right, because this means it's 2 plus square root of 2 and 2 minus square root of 2. Those are both solutions. They just don't have 2 minus square root of 2. Okay, let's go down here. Hold on, let's zoom out. Okay, everything is nice and the same size. Now the problems are going to increase in difficulty. The function can be used to estimate number of farms. You see, this is a little hard to read, but that's an N there. In millions in the United States, where N is the number of years after 1940. Which of the following is the best interpretation? Okay, this is, I can tell you right away, this is an exponential function. This is my, oops, shoot. This constant out here is my starting point. It's my starting value. It's whatever the it's the number of farms in 1940. That's it. In millions. The estimated number of farms in millions in 1940. It's my starting point, and that's when n equals 0, and when n equals 0, it's 1940. No? I'm just going to look at these anyways. Definitely not decrease. That makes no sense. No. The percent is in here. It decreases by 2% each year. It's whatever the difference is between this and 1. The system of equations above is graphed in the xy plane. The graphs of the equations intersect the point xy. Got it. All right, let's just set these equal to each other. Let's do a little substitution. Since we're trying to find the intersection point, I'm going to substitute x squared for y. This gives me x squared equals 2x plus 3. Let's subtract this and this from both sides. We get x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. This is factorable. 3, 1, negative, positive. Well, x is greater than 0. So this yields x is negative 1, x is positive 3. We only care about the positive solution. So when x is 3, y is 9. Because I'll plug it in here, right? You can plug it in. You should plug it into both and make sure you get the same answer both places. But 3 squared is 9. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 3 is 9. So there we go. Which of the following is a solution to this equation? You could plug and chug if you want. It's not 1. It's definitely not 3 because it's just too big with that square. It's ridiculous. It's one of these two. So it's a little tricky. 1. It's probably this one. But let's actually prove it now. I'll show you how. This is factorable, first of all. Let's factor it and let's see. I'm going to use something called the star method. I'm going to assume it's factorable. Star method, we place the a value, which is 4 here and here. We place a times c, 4 times negative 3, which is negative 12 up here, b down here. What multiplies the negative 12 adds to 4? It's 6 and negative 2. Then reduce these like fractions, 2 and 3. 2 and negative 1, and then this factors to be 2x minus 1 times 2x plus 3 equals 0. Therefore, my solutions are 1/2 positive, or 0.5, but not negative positive, and negative 3 over 2, which is negative 1.5. All right, that's how you definitively find it. But plug and chug is okay if you're pretty quick with your mental math. It's okay there. The equation, this approximates the pressure P in pounds per square inch exerted on a diver at depth of d feet. What is the increase in, let me check my time. All right, so 10 minutes left. Yikes. All right, it's a little not great. What is the increase in depth that is necessary to increase the pressure by pound 1 square inch? So that means to go up by 1. It's gotta be. It's A. The reason why is because I'm trying to think what's gonna turn this part into 1, because then it'll be 1 plus 14.7. So every time it goes up by this, because if I plug this in for D and multiply it by 0.439. These cancel out and we get 1. And we're adding 1 to that, so it's 15.7. So that will be an increase in 1. And again, it's going to increase the pressure. So that makes sense to me. All right. right, let's do the next one. Oopsies, hold on. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right. Gosh, the formatting, it's annoying. All right, here we go. If this equals 4, what is the value for x? This actually isn't too bad. 4x plus 4x plus 4x plus 4x. 16x over 4 equals 4. Multiply both sides by 4. 16x equals 16. X equals 1. Oh, what is the value for x? Wow, see, I almost chose that one. Be careful. It's B. That could be a deadly mistake. So watch out, especially this is problem 14, problem 15, things like that. That's where it can get you. Okay, next is this guy. Circle question. There's almost always, I see like 1 or 2 circle questions like this. The points are the endpoints of the diameter of a circle. Which of the following is the equation of the circle? First of all, you got to recognize that the center of the circle is the midpoint of these 2 points. So midpoint formula says we add these 2 x's divided by 2. So 2 plus negative 2 divided by 2. And then the y's are you add those. 4 plus negative 4 divided by 2. This is 0, 0. So guess what? My center of the circle is at 0, 0. Which means these guys are out because the formula is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And these are my center points. So that's 0 goes in here and here. So it's either these two. And the question is, but then we need to know what the radius is. So the radius is the length of basically 0, 0 to this, either of those. I have a feeling, well, let's see. Okay, so let's say we're at 0, 0, and I'll just go to one endpoint, which is, hold on, we'll make it somewhat accurate. 2, 4. So we go up 2 over 4. Well, actually, no, other way around. Sorry. We go to the right 2 over 4. So this means this is 2, this is 4. We can calculate using the distance formula or Pythagorean's theorem. 2 squared plus 4, basically 4 plus 16 is 20. So this side is the square root of 20, which means that since this is radius squared, 20 square root of 20 squared is 20. So D is our answer. Okay, and I think we are now on the last page, which is the grid-in section. I think I'm not doing well for time. Let's see. Okay. Let's take a look. It's bad. Okay, so I only have 6 minutes left, so let's blaze through these. I'm going to leave that timer up now. In the xy plane, line K passes through point 3, 1 and is parallel to this. It's 5 over 2. It's got it. Parallel slopes are the same. Okay. That's it. Next, if the ordered pair satisfies the system of equations above, what is the value of x? Okay. Let's do a little substitution. I'm going to substitute in 2x for y, so it's 2x plus 3 times 2x, right? See how I'm replacing the y with 2x per this equation equals 4. 2x plus 6x equals 4. 8x equals 4. X equals 0.5. Let's keep going. What values of x satisfy the equation above? Let's cross multiply. I think that's a negative there, so that becomes, and I'll just put this negative with the 1, okay? Whoops. Let's get rid of that. So that becomes negative x plus 8, as this multiplies the negative 1, equals 1 times that, which is x minus 9. Add x to both sides, and then I'm going to add 9 to both sides. I get 2x equals 17. X equals 8.5. All right. Yes. That's it. 2 more. Oh, shoot. Oh, man, it keeps doing that. Okay, let's go here. 2 acute angles of a right triangle. What do I say? Immediately draw that right triangle, right? 2 acute angles of a right triangle have degree measure x and y. If sine, it's the same thing. It's 5/13. This is the theorem, is that sine of x, sine of y, the complementary angle, has to be sine of x is equivalent to cosine of y if these are complements. But I can prove it to you. Sine of x is 5/13, right? Opposite over hypotenuse. And then if I think this is a 5, 12, 13. Using Pythagorean's theorem, I can figure out this is 169 minus 25. 144 square root of that is 12. Okay. So what is cosine of y? It is but we don't even need this side. It's adjacent, which is 5 over hypotenuse, which is 13. That's it. Imaginary numbers, something that is now tested pretty regularly. A and B are real numbers. What is the value of A? Look, same thing. I told you. You see this? Just FOIL instinctively. Don't even think about it. So we're going to FOIL the left side, and then we're going to figure out what's going on. So this becomes 15 minus 4. Now we're in good shape. You see, time-wise, I picked up the pace, and we're okay now. 15 times 6 is 90. 15 times negative 3i is negative 45i. Negative 24i plus 12i squared. Okay. Combine these, negative 45, negative 24i, 90 minus 69i. I squared, this is the key, is negative 1, so this is actually minus 12. Combine the like terms, 90 minus 12 is 78. Which one's A? A is my number sitting by itself, which is 78. Oops, I'll just write 78. Okay, so we made it through the no calculator section, and now I need to check the answers. So let's do that next here. Stop the timer. I'm not going to review my answers. We're just going to roll with it. Hold on. I think I got it over here. Let's see. So this is no calculator. Okay, let's take a picture. I think this is it, right? Okay. And how should we do this? Let's go like this. I'm going to insert the picture here. Oh, where is it? Hold on. Oh, maybe it's down here. Yeah. Okay, so we can kind of read that. Let's go through everything. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, we'll use a red pen and kind of mark it up. So C, this is correct. Yeah, let's do a nice check. 2 is D, correct. 3 is B. 4 is D. 5 is A. Right. 7 is B. 8 is C. 9 is C. That's A. 11 is D. 12 is A. So far, so good. Hoping everything is still correct. 13 is A, right? That one maybe was the only one that I answered kind of quickly. I was not sure about that. I mean, or the least sure. Let's put it that way. And then 15 is D. All right, here we go. Now, these are where you can be tripped up if you rush. And I did a little bit rush, but let's see what happens. Make sure we're okay. 5/2, that's correct. Oops. 17 is, yep, 0.5. See how they give both answers, but 0.5 is fine. It's 8.5, beautiful. This is definitely 5/13. And then 78. All right, so those are all correct. Let's go to the questions or the chat, and let's see what we got here. Okay. Been waiting for the stream. All right, cool. Hope that was helpful. Math word problems. Oh, no, you can't see the stream? Hopefully you were able to see it. Okay, 3 days, man. Yep, 3 days. Can we get the PDF of this test? So this was a link sent to me by somebody. I think maybe if that person is watching, is it Abigail? I can't remember. Oh no, yeah, I can't remember. But somebody sent me the link of this, and I think they can forward it on to you. Hopefully, if you look in my comments section, you'll find it. Yeah, I'd say. Oh, okay, Clutch. Let me answer that question. Oof. All right, with those scores, I would say focus on math. I mean, a 720 or 740. Oh, no, you said 720 or 740 in math. Well, even still, I would say math. English, unless you haven't practiced at all for English, then I would say English. But if you practiced equally so far for both, you're more likely to increase a bump in score from math practice in this short span than the verbal. So that would be where I'd say. This one, I would say, here's the thing. This is what I've come to notice about the real SAT and the ones provided on Khan Academy. I feel like the real SAT questions are often just a notch, a little bit, not even a notch, but a little bit easier. So in this one, I'd say it was on the easier side. And I think that's the issue, is when it comes out like this, just a tad bit on the easy side, the curve is not very forgiving. So if you were to take this and like I took the last SAT in October, an official one, I got one question wrong and I got a 790. With a tough curve like that, I feel like you're actually at a disadvantage. But that's how I would say this test is. I'd say it's slightly on the easy side. But we'll see the calculator section tomorrow. That'll be the real indicator. If that's extra hard, then we know they compensated on the calculator section. But yeah, I have a lot of tips for anxiety on test day. Look, I made a video called "What to Do the Morning of the SAT." Let me see if I can search for it really quickly here. Here we go. I don't know who that guy is. Let me find mine. Here we go. Boom, right here. So if you look at this, what to do the morning of the SAT from my channel, you see this picture with the sun rising. And you can kind of see I go through all sorts of stuff like this, mindset and routine. So watch this video. Again, let me show you what it looks like. Watch this video. Actually, watch it now or today, but definitely rewatch it again on Friday. And just do what I recommend. I do this not only in my life. I've gone through a lot of levels of education. I've gone through, obviously, high school, college, law school. I was a practicing attorney for 4 years. Now I'm a math tutor and teacher, educational coach. And I really the stuff that I say here, I take it to heart. I recommend it to all my students. But most importantly, it works. You're bringing your anxiety levels down matters. Bringing those down, it actually matters, and it makes an impact. Getting a good night's rest the day before the test, it matters. Especially on a math test like this, where you have to think fast, be accurate, be observant. So take that to heart. Watch that video. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. That boy, Tony. I really appreciate that, and I'm glad you're finding it helpful. So make sure to tune in the rest of the week. We're gonna have more videos and a bunch of other tips and last minute strategies that you're gonna put into place. But I want to reiterate something that I said yesterday. Look, as you can call what I'm giving you strategies or tips, and I know a lot of other test prep companies really emphasize this notion of outthinking the test makers. I don't feel that way. I do feel that this is a test of aptitude, sure, but on the math section, you got to know the math. That's it, first and foremost. If you're trying to just outthink the test takers, I really think you're approaching it the wrong way. Learn the math, and it's so doable. In fact, you can make massive strides just in the next 4 days. If you're very careful and you do a lot of practice problems, you can make a big point jump. And I'll show you on Friday, and just implementing a few careful tips can help you jump 40 or 50 points right before. Just a few points. So we'll talk about that on Friday. The next video is going to be the calculator section of the same test. So we're going to do that tomorrow. And then we'll do another full-length test on Thursday and Friday, but a different one. And that will be it. Yeah. For the calculator section, on my calculator op, we'll do it the same way. And hopefully you guys could read everything and it wasn't too small. But I think this was actually a pretty effective format. The first time I did it, first time I tried it, I thought it went pretty well. Okay, guys, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to call it a day. And make sure to just keep hitting it hard all week. When we get to Friday, after we do the live stream on Friday, you're done. I don't want you to be studying late on Friday night. That's your time to chill. Bring your anxiety levels down, relax, have a fun time with your friends or family, and that's it. Let everything go. Okay? Thank you so much for joining, guys. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please click that like button. That would be a huge help to me. I'd really appreciate it. I try to give you guys as much as I can every day when I do a live stream. If you could please do that, I'd really appreciate it. Also, leave any additional comments or questions in the comment section. I'd love to hear your feedback on how I can make these videos better, and also if there's anything that I've left unanswered that you want me to clarify. But hopefully those explanations and walkthroughs were pretty clear. Last but not least, if you want to see more videos, subscribe to the Scalar Learning channel. Got all sorts of new stuff coming out. We got a new schedule coming out as well after this week with a bunch more interesting and useful tips just in general beyond the SAT and the ACT and all that, but for math and testing in general. Now you're done with everything. Piyush, have you gotten my SAT course on Udemy? That has another 700 practice problems in that course. I have a link in the description where you can purchase it at a discount. And I would say if you do have that, just bang out those questions. Just go hardcore. So just go through as many of those. And you can even just sit there and watch all my video explanations for those problems. If you don't have time to necessarily go through and solve them all, just watch it. It's just like watching me solve these problems here. So it'll give you more practice and more insight as to how I approach each problem step by step. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you all next time. Take it